Geography Project, the transport problems in Stanley and their solutions. Where is Stanley? What is its geographical location like?
The southern part of Hong Kong Island can be divided into two big peninsulas. Stanley is one of them. We are situated in the southwestern part of Island. Stanley is also the island situated in the southernmost of Hong Kong.
What means of transport can people take to go to Stanley?
Be careful, the first problem will appear soon.
From the official government website which introduces Stanley, we can find out that the only means of transport that people can take to go to Stanley are bus and minibus.
What kind of transport do you take here? What kind of transport do you take here?
From the interview that we've carried out with tourists there in Stanley, an interesting fact can be drawn. They all come by bus.
As a result, the first transport problems that can be found in Stanley is the heavy reliance on bus as a means of access.
How can vehicle enter Stanley?
Vehicles can only enter Stanley through one main road, as this road is the only way that cars can access Stanley. Vehicles will have no choice but to choose it as the only means to enter Stanley. As a result, there are often congestion problems.
In our day of visits, we can often see cars waiting in a long queue in the road entering Stanley.
Here comes the second transport problem. The heavy reliance on one main road to enter Stanley. The third problem, congestions are the often result.
I thought the road was, I was a bit nervous on the bus because the road's very windy and there's a lot of road work happening, and it's not that easy to get here, no.
According to with an interview due with the tourist, we found out that the roads there in Stanley are very narrow and winding. This is another cause for the congestion. In fact, not only roads are narrow, the pedestrian roads there, which tourists must walk on, are also very narrow too.
What will they do if cars come?
Run!
This imposes great danger on the tourists who need to walk on the roads with cars due to the narrow pedestrian road.
During our day of visit, scenes of car chasing after pedestrians are not rare.
The fourth transport problem, the roads there are too narrow and winding. Congestions may thus easily occur.
The fifth transport problem, the pedestrian roads there are too narrow. This directly poses danger on the tourists who are forced to walk on roads with cars. There isn't any signs guiding the drivers of the small road in entering the large road. They may not be able to see whether there are cars incoming in the main road.
When there was cars coming from the small road, drivers in the main road may not be able to recognize them, resulting in car crashes and accidents.
Whoa, it's very dangerous.
The cars just turn around in this way, but there isn't any facility in guiding them around. Pedestrians cannot even predict what directions the car will come. It is very dangerous.
The sixth transport problem is the lack of road signs and facilities to guide the driver and pedestrians. This imposes high risk of accidents. Whoa! The car park is full already. It is obvious that there are lack of parking space.
There are also not enough meters in the roadside too. As a result, cars are neither parked in the car park nor the legal parking space in the roadside. Oh, that's why there are so so many cars parked illegally on the side of the road. Even the government has to place signs to warn drivers not to park illegally. This shows that the illegal parking problem is already very serious.
That's not only illegal, but also block the roads and impose dangers of congestion and car accidents. The seventh problem is that there are not enough parking facilities like parking spaces and meters. Hong Kong government should construct more new roads wider, and the existing road in Stanley should connect to the urban area. This will help divide the flow of vehicles and thereby solve the problem of heavy reliance on the one main road and the traffic congestion. The government can also widen and straighten the winding roads to reduce the possibility of car accidents.
The government can also better plan the land use of Stanley and clearly divide the pedestrian roads and roads for vehicles to ensure the security of pedestrians. And the government should also increase the meters for parked cars and the traffic lights to guide the pedestrians and drivers so as to reduce the traffic accidents.
Through doing this project, we find out that there are really lots of transport problems exist in Stanley, as Stanley is presently a famous tourist spot which directly affects Hong Kong's image in the eyes of tourists all over the world. The existence and continuation of so much transport problems is obviously unbearable. In response to various transport problems, we try to suggest a number of relative solutions.
We understand that some of the suggestions may not be practical in reality. We did want to raise the awareness of the government on this issue. With our strong financial support and research teams, it is hoped that the government will be conscious on the transport problems in Stanley and deal with them as soon as possible, for the purpose of not only protecting people's lives but also strengthening the Hong Kong's status as a modern international city in the eyes of the tourists.
As Stanley was chosen as the destination of our picnic this year, so we have a chance to go to Stanley and also to explore about the transport problems there. It is very incredible for us to find so many transport problems there because we think that Stanley is a place where it's kind of famous tourist spots in Hong Kong, so there shouldn't be so much. As being part of the tourists on that day, we find out that they are very, very dangerous for the lack of the transport facilities, such as some signs guiding the drivers. Also, the pedestrian roads there are too narrow, so even the tourists like us need to walk on the roads where there is very dangerous. We think that the government really should impose some measures in order to improve the situation in Stanley so that the life of the tourists and also the drivers can be protected.
After I know that we should go to Stanley as a trip of picnic day, I feel quite disappointed because I think that we should have a wonderful trip in the last year of me in college, but we should go to a place that's very boring and we do not have such thing to play or to do in that place. However, I know that we should do a project of geography and we will search the problem of the transport, and I think it's quite meaningful, and I do the job with the members quite happy, and work with the art teacher question is quite interesting about the school. It's quite good.